What's up, everybody? I am recording this on the day that the virtual con basically is going to start, and that's the day that a lot of you probably will be checking this out. And of course, I'm talking about the third virtual con for the year of 2020 for Funko, and this is basically taking the place of SDCC, which of course did not work out because of what is going on in the world. So this is going to be kind of a quick video. I just want to talk about the figures that I want the most. Now, I do want to be very clear, this is not necessarily an informational video. If you're trying to get information about the virtual con, please make sure that you check out the latest Funko News video or videos. If you have any particular questions, again, I'm not addressing necessarily information about the con. I'm just sharing the figures that I am interested in, and I actually was able to go ahead and secure 2 of the figures already. As you see here, I already have the 2 Target exclusives. When I went to Target, they did not actually have these 2 out on the sales floor, so I did make sure I asked somebody. And you all, especially if you're new to collecting, don't be shy about asking people that work at a store if you don't see a figure on the sales floor. Ask them if it's in the back or anything, or if they can check on it for you. And just be nice about it, and most of the time people will be glad to help you out. So yeah, I did ask about it, and the person did bring out 2 of these, these 2 here for me. I don't know how many they had in the back or anything like that. I was just glad to make sure I went ahead and secured one of each here of Cyborg Superman and then Stanley. I really did want both of these. I'll show you the boxes here real quick. The Cyborg Superman box is pretty simple looking. It's got the Superman colors going on. This one is in really good condition, and if you follow the channel, if you've been following the channel for a good while, you know that this is a character that I want to see as a Funko Pop. I think I mentioned that in 2, maybe 3 videos previously. So very happy to finally see Cyborg Superman. I'll get him out of the box in just a second here. And then of course we have Stan Lee. His box is not quite as nice. It does feel like there's an indentation here or something. It doesn't really look bad, though. It's just I can feel that there, though, that there's almost like a groove, but really doesn't matter because this is a keeper for my collection, and I wanted to go ahead and have these pops in hand. I didn't want to wait to see if they became available on the Funko shop because I just don't care about con stickers necessarily. I just really want to make sure I had the pops. That's what really matters for me. So let me go ahead and get these pops out of box for you all. Again, I'm really happy to finally have this figure here. I think Funko did a great job with it. It looks very accurate to the character. That sort of Terminator type feel going on with it. Definitely looks menacing. I mean, whoever designed Cyborg Superman from the beginning, they just really made this a very terrifying looking character. So creepy just to have that part of the face there. And it actually is even more terrifying than Terminator to me because, Terminator, usually, you see him damaged with the line right down the face or just little patches. There's something about it just being that human looking corner of the face, or I should say Kryptonian corner of the face there, that's just really terrifying looking. Of course he has the really dangerous looking teeth going on there, and then the details within the sculpt, they're really on point. Like, yeah, and even just a simple gesture with his hand out like that, it's like that's all he needs to do to be menacing. So yeah, very cool character. His backstory is actually more complex than I originally knew until I watched and I'm drawing a blank on the name of the actual adaptation, the animated adaptation, but it's the one with all the Superman together, basically. That's actually a pretty good adaptation, and yeah, you learn about Cyborg Superman and his whole backstory. It's very complex, but it just makes him a lot more interesting as a villain. So yeah, again, very happy to have this figure. A lot of times when figures have a lot of metal going on, I kind of wish that it had a metallic paint job. That probably would look good on this one, but I don't think it necessarily needs it. As is, this looks really cool there. So yeah, very much happy with this one. And then Stan Lee, with the robe, the Hugh Hef robe going on, he just looks really slick. I love the tint on the glasses there, the pose that he's striking as well, with the one hand in the pocket there. He just looks really smooth there. This is a great figure. Of course, I like the hair as well because, it has the shading going on there. It's not just from gray straight to white. It does kind of bleed in there. So that looks really good. And I mean, it's the man, Stan Lee. I could go, talk all day basically about all that Stan Lee has done. He has an amazing legacy, and this is yet just another pop that is very cool. And then I do want to say real quick, the common Thor Ragnarok pop of him as well. That's another one that's actually hitting stores, so be on the lookout for that one. But Yeah, this was a great idea for this to be a con exclusive. If you're a Marvel fan, I think this one is pretty much a must. Now, as far as the pops that I don't have secured are concerned, you see here Black Lightning is one that I know a lot of people won't. Obviously, we're not all going to be able to get that figure. He'd be really cool to have though, just because I really like the design of the figure. I think it turned out really well there. You know, obviously he's a cool superhero. He's a DC superhero as well, and I'm a big fan of DC. Got a lot of love for Marvel too, but in particular, there's something about DC that just I gravitate to it more. So it would be really awesome to have this figure, but 3,000 pieces, I know that's going to be tough. I'm being realistic about it, that's going to be challenging to try to secure. And if I miss out, you know, I'm not going to pout about it, you know, because I have a lot of awesome figures already. But yeah, that'd be nice to add it into the collection. And then I am a fan of The Office, especially the earlier seasons, you know, before Michael left. So this would be awesome to have Dwight with Princess Unicorn. And I know he's not like officially part of the virtual con, but he got pushed into the virtual con because of some issues with the site. So and if you know anything about that episode, it's kind of ironic that he's such a highly sought after figure, you know. But yeah, it'd be nice to have either one of these, and definitely would be really nice to have both of them. But like I said, if I miss out, I'm not going to pout about it. I will try. You know, I'm not giving up just yet, but we'll see what happens with that. I know that these are long shots. My most wanted figures are definitely the Master of the Universe figures. That does include the 2 pops and also the 2 soda vinyls as well. I think some other people are really eyeing these as well, because a lot of people are collecting Master of the Universe. It is a really fun line to collect. There's a lot of nostalgia along with it, especially for me, Clawful. I thought Clawful was an awesome action figure when I was younger. So yeah, really looking forward to getting that pop. I know that the pops are going to be with Toy Tokyo, and they may get bundled together with those other figures, you know, Steve Aoki and Scaramouche. I don't mind paying for a bundle if I have to. I could find a home for those other figures. You know, I can trade them, or you know, check with friends and see if they are in need of them. You know, I'll work that out if I have to. But yeah, Master of the Universe definitely a priority, because that's one of the main lines that I have been collecting recently, and I think I have most of the recent pops except for maybe a couple of variants. I'm not even worrying about the vaulted figures. I'm happy with the newer line. That's good enough for me. So yeah, I'm looking forward to adding more figures from Master of the Universe into my collection. And then yeah, I do have love for Marvel as well. You know, like I've said many times before, I think that the 10-inch zombie thing is really well designed. Yes, it's kind of overpriced at $50. I do think it is overpriced, but it's still worth it for me to go ahead and get that one. Who knows if I wait around, you know, it could be sitting in a store and get marked down eventually, but I'm just gonna go ahead and pick that up because I really do like the design. I'm looking forward to unboxing that one and sharing it here on the channel. And then Dark Captain Marvel, even if you don't like Captain Marvel, I mean, you gotta admit that is a really cool design. The black and the red there, and the mask, which almost reminds me of a Demogorgon. Like it looks so crazy there. So I think that's gonna be a pretty awesome one. And hopefully Amazon won't be kind of odd about the way that they drop that one. They can be weird sometimes with their con exclusives. They kind of go in and out of availability, but hopefully I will catch that one. And then yes, also I want these other DC figures here, Ra's al Ghul, or Ra's al Ghul as some people say. I think he's pretty on point with his design, especially the facial hair and the sword in hand. I think they did a good job there. And then Mr. Freeze just looks amazing with that glitter paint job. I've seen that one unboxed in the CNET video that I talked about previously and I shared on the channel. So yeah, that one looks really awesome as well. And these two I don't think should be too tough to secure. So I should be able to get these into my collection, no problem. And then I just have 2 maybes for me. The Nightcrawler, the only reason it's a maybe, I mean, I think it's a really cool looking figure. As a matter of fact, I think it's one of the best looking ones for this, you know, convention. But I'm not necessarily collecting those anniversary X-Men figures. I'm gonna end up with some of my collection because I do have the collector core box on the way, and this one would be nice to add into the mix as well. But you know, let's say that it turns out that it sells out before I can get to it, which is kind of unlikely. It's with Hot Topic, but if I were to miss out on that one, definitely not going to pout about it because I'm kind of, you know, iffy on it anyway, even though it does look fantastic. And then of course here, the Jack in the Box mascot, you know, Jack. I really like Jack in the Box. I actually do like their food. It really sucks that there isn't one in my area. The only time I get to check it out is when I travel to other places, but I do actually like Jack in the Box, and I do think their commercials are genuinely funny. But if I were to miss out on this one, again, I'm not going to pout about that at all, because I'm pretty sure there are some people that are would appreciate it maybe even more. You know, some people that are hardcore ad icon collectors. I'm not big on ad icons, but I do like this mascot, so it would be nice to have, but again, not going to pressure myself with that. And really, my attitude about collecting in general, if you've been with the channel for a long time, then you've heard me say this before. I feel that you can't have it all. And really, part of collecting should be about that thrill of the hunt and constantly trying to chase down the figures that you are interested in. So yeah, if I miss out on some, I'm not going to stress that at all. It's all good. You know, I already have a lot of awesome figures. I'm really happy to have these figures. A lot of people have sent me some awesome figures. You know, I'm blessed in that way. So yeah, if I miss anything for this convention from the jump, again, I'm not really going to stress that. Now, I do want to handle some business here before I wrap things up. Of course, I did do a giveaway, particularly with a focus on this virtual con, and you see the name of the winner here. And I definitely want to thank everybody that entered, but of course, there's just one winner here. So I hope that the winner will contact me as soon as possible, because the main reason I did this giveaway the way that I did is because I want to help you get the gift card and be able to use it for the virtual con. So again, you know, the winner here, please make sure that you contact me as soon as possible so that you can actually use your gift card towards the virtual con to get the figures that you are interested in. And for those of you that did not win, which of course, you know, everybody else that entered, trust me, there will be more opportunities on my channel. So let's be good sports about that. Like I said, there will be other opportunities. If you haven't shared it with me already, please let me know what figures you're going for with the virtual con. And also, I do want to stress again, please don't let yourselves stress over this convention. A lot of these figures, the ones that are not Funko Shop exclusives, they may get restocks eventually. It may not be, you know, this week. It may not be next week. It may take a couple of months sometimes even, but I've seen it before where convention exclusives eventually got restocks. Again, it doesn't always happen, but sometimes it does. So don't give up on the figures that you may miss out on right away. And even with the Funko Shop exclusives, you know, as long as these figures exist and people have them, there will always be some people that eventually will sell them or trade them, whatever it may be. So again, just because you don't get a figure right away doesn't mean that you will never have it. You know, just think positive when it comes down to it, and don't let this convention stress you out. This is really supposed to be about fun. I can't stress that enough. You know, it really is supposed to be about fun. But yeah, again, let me know what figures you're going for if you haven't shared that already, or even if you have shared it already and you want to share it again, you know, definitely put that down in the comments. And best of luck to all of you, and I'll talk to you all again real soon.